I can come back later if that's better.
No, it'll only take me a few minutes.
Okay.
She closed the door behind her and followed him into the living room, but stopped at the threshold.
Are you all right? Don't take this the wrong way, but you look like shit.
He glanced at her over his shoulder.
Long couple of days.
Is this about the fire?
Some of it.
He picked up the metal water bowl and carried it into the kitchen, pouring what was left in it into the sink and rinsing it out. He stacked it on top of the matching food dish and placed both into the plastic bin that held the dog food. All that was left was the bed, and he'd finally be by himself. Again. Fuck, that was a depressing thought. He'd gotten used to spending time with Zoe. That had been the hardest part of not seeing her for the last couple of days. He missed her, but not enough to force himself somewhere he wasn't wanted.
Tim?
What?
Bree had asked him something and he'd completely spaced. It wasn't like him to zone out like that.
I asked if this was about Zoe.
Yeah, I guess so.
Bree sat in the recliner next to the couch.
How is she doing?
2 days ago, she wasn't handling it so well.
You haven't talked to her in 2 days?
Fuck. Looked like it was therapy time. Jace had told him once that Bree was a good listener. Hell, maybe she'd have some words of wisdom for him on how to get over Zoe.
You want a beer?
He asked. If he was going to bare his soul to his soon-to-be sister-in-law, he needed a beer.
Sure.
He grabbed 2 long necks from the fridge, popped the tops, and brought them back to the living room. Handing her one, he dropped into the corner of the couch, closest to her, and took a long pull from his bottle.
So what happened?
She asked. He picked at the label on the bottle and told her about the fire, and discovering the building's owner was the one who set it.
Do you know why he said it?
Probably the most fucked up, selfish reason I could never even imagine.
Her eyebrows rose and she tilted her head, waiting for the reveal.
He's getting a divorce and his wife was getting the building since she was able to show that she put up the initial down payment for it. He figured by starting the fire in the restaurant, it would look like an accident and he'd get the insurance money from the sale.
Except he didn't know there were cameras in the restaurant, she guessed.
Tim shook his head.
They'd had them installed the week before. He had no clue.
I'm guessing since it was arson, the insurance company isn't going to pay out?
Nope.
Holy shit. Does Zoe know?
I don't know. I'm sure someone's told her.
What do you mean you're sure someone has told her?
The morning after the fire, Zoe said she wanted to be alone and walked away. She hasn't answered any of my calls or my texts.
Are you worried she'd hurt herself?
He shook his head.
Mrs. Wilson, our neighbor, said she'd seen her and she was fine. Sad and depressed, but otherwise fine. That's the only reason I haven't busted down her door.
But you want to bust down her door, she said.
What's the point? It wouldn't do any more good than it did the first time I offered to help her. I told her I'd help support her until she figures out what to do, but she blew up at me. I'm not going to force myself on someone who doesn't need me.
Now I see where Jace gets it. Your dad is like this too, isn't he?
His brows furrowed.
Like what?
Super protective? Wanting to rush in and save the day and protect the damsel in distress?
No. What's wrong with wanting to help the people you care about?
He silently turned the bottle in his hands for several heartbeats.
Is it really asking too much to be needed by someone?
She didn't answer him directly.
Tim, do you think I need Jace?
His head popped up.
What? No. I think he needs you more than you need him.
He doesn't, actually. He'd be fine without me. Maybe still living like a hermit, but he'd be fine.
She shifted in her seat and leaned closer.
I'm going to let you in on a secret. Most people don't need anyone else, especially strong, independent people.
She paused.
I don't need Jace. I want him.
He shook his head.
I don't understand.
She sighed.
It's like a pair of shoes. I need shoes to protect my feet. I want a pair of gold, laser-etched platform, peep-toe Christian Louboutin Privé heels, but I don't need them to protect my feet. It's the same with relationships. I don't need Jace. I'd be perfectly fine without him, but he's my version of those unicorn shoes. Thankfully, sometimes life works out and you get what you want. Out of all that, he understood feet.